Sorry for the delay. Yeah, I know. Tell Carmel and after you take care of it.
Hi everyone. Well, the pre-match press conference Saturday's game at Goodison Park against Everton. As normal, we'll have 15 minutes of broadcast and then we'll move to United's. Gary, would you like to start the slides?
Happy new season.
Thank you very much.
Are there any injury news updates now?
João is out, as you know, and he's been doing individual work, but not full work with the team yet. And we have to assess some of the others, some knocks the last few games, last few days as well. But until now, for sure, João is out. Some doubts like Andrés Pereira and some of the other players.
Can you say who they are, or you rather not?
Can you repeat, sorry?
Can you say who they are, the doubts?
No, Andrés is one of that. The others, nothing really serious, but you have to, as you know, another session tomorrow, and you have to assess them and after to take decisions for the game.
And with Joao, do you have a date?
No, it's difficult. It's difficult. You have to assess him day by day, to be honest. Now we are much more positive about the return date, but we have to see. We expected him to be probably ready for this match day, the next match day, the first match day, but it's not going to be possible. And after we have to see day by day to analyze him, how he's going to react, to see if he's going to be ready for the next one or not.
Well, it sounds like certainly before the international break.
I hope so, and we expected that situation. But again, let's see how he's going to react when he's coming to the more intense sessions, more contact with his teammates during the session to see how he's going to react.
So obviously still a while to go. Deals can be done, although the season is upon us. A couple in so far, obviously a few out loans ending, going on loan, contracts ending. You still need more, you feel, to the club?
100%, no doubts. We are really short in numbers, and we need, of course, the market is being difficult for us, probably for some more clubs as well at this level. But we definitely need more. We had two new faces in. As you know, we left our football club 7 players from the squad last season, and when you add just 2 players, of course, we need more signings to come, or new faces in. Of course, the targets are there. We know what we want. We want to really add quality and good professionals for our football club. It's not being easy. I would like to have them there earlier, but it's part of the market. We have to work with the players that we have right now, but answer that to you, of course, we need more new signings.
Because this time last year you sounded a bit more frustrated by the situation than you do now. You're accepting that the club's doing everything it can to try and get players in.
What I have to say, of course, I will not say to you, sorry. I said to my board and what I expected from the club. Before, of course, pre-season is to prepare for the Premier League, and unfortunately we didn't do that with the new signings. I would like to have all of them much earlier. It's clear. It's the best way to prepare for the tough competition that is Premier League, and I would like to have for many reasons that I know, and I already mentioned for our board, they are not here. It's something that we have to the future to do in a different way, probably, to be stronger if you want to prepare better for the seasons.
Can I play that game where I mention names to you and you tell me you can't talk about?
You can mention is your job, and after let's see what I want to say.
Callum Hudson-Odoi?
I have to answer in the same way. Sorry that I forgot to answer, to say to you one important thing to you about last season on this moment between one and the other. Of course, our pre-season was a little bit strange because the injuries more than the market, to be honest, was more than the injuries you have from our starting 11 or the players they played more last season. More than 50% they were not able to do the pre-season with us through the injury or situation of Mitrovic as well. Okay, Tosin, Tim, João, Andrés Pereira, and after Mitro we are talking about 50% of the players that most of the games and they were starting 11 last season. And of course it's difficult to do a normal pre-season in these circumstances, but within the possibilities we did our best. We had some good games and we are ready to go. About the names, and players that they are under contract with other clubs, of course. You know myself, I will not talk about it, doesn't make sense. I talk about our players, players that they are under contract with other clubs, I will not do it.
Obviously, you've seen that name linked among other.
How many names you see linked with us? How many with us and with other clubs? You cannot answer for each of these names.
So the same with Fred?
No, with all. I will not talk about individual players from the other clubs.
Although it's been said that the clubs, Everton and Fulham, have reached an agreement over Demarai Gray. Is that correct? I
don't have this confirmation from our board. I don't have.
And the last thing you want is more players to leave. So how is the situation regarding obviously the chaos that's been caused by Saudi Arabia with Mitrovic, for example?
We, of course, the market when it's open is always, and everything can happen. Of course, a lot of focus on Saudi market because they have been strong. They have been getting important names and good players. You can feel that they are serious on that, and they want really to reinforce their teams and to make their competition stronger. And about some of our players, they were been linking with some clubs there. Okay, about the money is for our board to deal with that and to manage the way they decide the best way to do it on the pitch and around the pitch, and important decisions of the pitch is for me. Until now, I have been managing the way I think is the best to protect and to do the best for Fulham Football Club. Players, they are really important for me too, and I'm here to support them in everything, to make them better players. But at the top is always there the club and Fulham Football Club.
As Mitrovic is reported to have said to friends and family that he would never play for Fulham again. He has, of course. He played in the last friendly. Is he available to play when he's selected to play at Everton?
100% sure. Mitro was able to play last week 2 games. He played behind closed doors 60 minutes against Hoffenheim. We played 2 games against Hoffenheim last week, and after played 30 minutes against Hoffenheim again at Cottagers. And we wanted to give at least 19 for him, but in 2 days, and we did it like we did with Andrés Pereira, not just with him, like we did with Tim Ream as well. And that's it. And this week again, working every single day with his teammates, and that's it. He's ready to play if I'm going to decide to start with him or not.
Showing his commitment to the cause around the training.
Him? 100% sure. 100% sure. Of course, we had a moment, and I spoke with him. He spoke with me. I know him very, very well. I will not hide to you that some offers, or the one offer that he received, make him to think, make him probably to take some type of decisions about to don't play one more minute for Fulham. He never said for no one inside this football club this is okay what the press said or what is relative they say about that. I'm not sure about it. For me and for the club, he never mentioned that, never. But okay, the people can say what they want. Was a situation he had a clear offer from a club, and very good offer for him. And of course, sometimes it's not easy for them to keep the focus, even if you want them to keep the focus. Since he started to work with his teammates again, on the pitch again, is being the Mitrovic that I know.
Marco, it's a similar situation with Willian. Would you say exactly the same about him and his attitude?
It's not the similar situation at all. It's not similar. About his attitude, of course, I would say the same. William is, since he renewed his contract, he's training with his teammates every single day. He didn't miss one session. He's always there. Play the games as you know. Play all not, but the pre-season match that he was available, he played as well. But it's not similar. It's not similar because I have to tell you that we receive an official offer from Mitro. About William, we didn't receive an official offer.
If there was some kind of stat for the worst possible set of fixtures to start a Premier League season, then Fulham would be somewhere near the top. 3 of your first 4 away from home, including away at Arsenal, away at Manchester City. What did you feel when you saw those fixtures come out? Is it better to get those games out of the way early because you've got to play them anyway, or would you rather settle into the season first?
The main thing that doesn't change anything in our preparation. Of course, sometimes you think that it's going to be more difficult to play against the teams that they finish in the top of the table, and if you don't pay attention for the others, will be the first mistake that you are doing. And for us, full focus in the Everton match, and always difficult that type of game to play there at Goodison, first game of the season, and of course after you have time to talk about and to think about Brentford and after all the others. We are not thinking Arsenal or City or what's come after. We have to keep focus really in our preparation. As I said to you, was not great in terms of numbers to prepare really for the first match of the season, and I don't want really in a normal way. I will not do it to change and to start to thinking other games even more now, because we need everybody really together and to focus in the Everton match.
Given that problem in numbers, and this is my final question, thanks for your time, it's been the last questions. The new rules will mean maybe we're playing 100 minutes, 105 minutes, 110 minutes, week in, week out, game in, game out. Some managers, Mikel Arteta, are for the changes. Like Guardiola, we know, is against the changes. Where do you stand? What
I would like really is, although of course, people that is in charge they can change if they think that is the moment to change, and of course they want to. When you change something, you want always the best after the decision, of course. What really I would like, and not just me, and I think all the managers and the players, the football players as well, is probably they have to listen much more ourselves in this type of situations, in certain type of decisions, because we are there, we are on the pitch, we are in the decisions, we know, and I think sometimes you can help more in taking certain type of decisions to make the game, to have more minutes, to don't have just 50 or 60 minutes during a game. Of course, the game is 90, 95, now will be more than 100 probably. And of course, if you play just 50 minutes or 60 minutes is not enough. I understand this, that everyone wants to see more the game and all that stuff, but I would like to see the people asking more the managers, asking more the players, what is going to be the best for the game to be more fluid, for the game for the fans to see more minutes as well, and all the other decisions, because it's not just this one, all the other decisions that is coming now, and from Saturday you are going to see more, and probably some people is going to be surprised.
Right?
Yes. It's going to be, but I think we have to give the steps careful, because let's see how it's going to work.
Yeah. Marco, good to see you. When looking in from the outside, it was evident last season that Fulham were able to establish themselves as a Premier League club very quickly, very effectively. What is key, do you feel, to making sure you go again, that you push standards again this season?
One of the reasons why we did it, first it was the quality that the way we played, the quality that week in, week out we played. But behind that, of course, was the idea, was everything what we planned. But behind that, of course, was there the commitment, the desire, the ambition. The group of players they showed to me, and every single day at the training ground. And of course we have to get that standards again, because if you are not there, will be much more difficult. It's going to be really difficult, and if you don't reach certain type of standards, will be much more difficult.
Would you say the season objective then is raising the bar for everyone?
Of course, for Fulham Football Club, we know what are our targets. We cannot hide. We have probably 6-7 clubs. They are in different level, and of course all the other clubs, if they are not really competitive, they can be in trouble during the season. It's difficult to predict what is going to be, and to be honest with you, I would like our goals are, but I would like to answer to you in the end of the market about it.
The fans are delighted the Premier League's back. Would you have preferred a few extra weeks pre-season, time to prepare?
I will need it. Unfortunately for us, I'm not a big fan of the pre-season. I like much more the competition. I like the adrenaline of everything. Prepare official match, go week in, week out. Games in the middle of the week is everything what we love about Premier League. To get the challenge from each game because it's really challenging to prepare and to go. If you ask me right now, of course, we are one of, probably not just ourselves, but we are one of the clubs that probably need, because the injuries is probably stopping us to prepare in the best way you can. Now the players are coming more and are recovering more, but probably need more. But it's what it is, and we have to be ready, and we are going to be ready.
Finally, from me, what are you expecting from Everton? I guess an Everton side with a Sean Dyche pre-season behind them.
It will be a really tough game, no doubts. Of course, it will not be the first time that we are going to play against Everton with Dyche there. We did it in a decisive match last season, for them much more than for us, of course, but decisive match where everything was involved in that game, and we did really well. We managed really well the game. We handled really well the pressure that is normal comes when we play at Goodison and all that stuff. Of course, I understand your question. They have a pre-season together, all that stuff, but more or less the same team. It's always tough to play against teams of Dyche, and will be the same the first game of the season. I know what it means as well to play the first away match of the season at Goodison. The environment that is going to be there, the support for the home team as well, and it's a very good challenge for us. We have to play at our best level. We have to be really competitive. We are going to play against a really physical team. You can see the size, the aggressiveness, of course, in the right way that they play, and of course we have to reach and to raise certain type of standards. And of course, when we have the ball, we have to express ourselves.
Okay. A few more minutes of broadcast, so I'm going to but you go next.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hello, Marco.
Hi.
Good to see you back for the new season.
Thank you.
We've spoken about some of the players possibly moving over the summer. How close were you to maybe leaving Fulham this summer?
No, I was not. I think I was not close to leave the club. Of course, I told you several times to you end of last season that. After 2 great seasons, this football club, and more the last one that probably no one expected. Of course, we have to be ready to the market. As a football club, we have to be ready, because it's a consequence from our season. Some interest from some players, interest from to the manager as well. I think it's part of the football. Okay, it was. I'm not saying to you something new. Of course, I've had received some offers to leave the club. My decision was to stay, and I'm really pleased for that. I'm happy here, and I want to be in Premier League. I want to be at this level. I want to compete in the best and the most difficult competition in the world.
Do you think you staying has persuaded some of your players to stay?
No, I don't think so, to be honest. Of course, it is important for them to feel that not just the staff, but the group of players that did so well, and season after season you are refreshing some positions that you want to reinforce in the squad, but at the same time to keep that core of the group, that players that have been so important for us the last two seasons. Of course, if you can keep the staff and the manager in the club, I think it's good for them as well. Because many changes is not as good, but to be honest, most important than the manager, than the players and all that stuff, the club and Fulham Football Club has to be ready for everything, has to be prepared for everything that can happen, because you cannot control everything in the market, but you can control your plans, you can control your strategy, you can control everything, and it's my job to give this direction for this football club and make the people to understand that market you cannot control, but your decisions you can control.
Because I don't know if you'll be willing to confirm this or not, but there are reports that Willian decided to stay here on the understanding that you have committed your future to Fulham.
I would not like to say to you 100% if was the decision behind. The reason behind this decision was just that William loves to be in Fulham Football Club. I don't want just to link with me in this situation. Of course, as you know, I was probably the person that believed really on him last season when no one did it, even Premier League, no one did it, and of course was one of my priorities to renew the contract with him, to keep William with us. And of course, it was important for him to understand what will be the plan again, what will be the goals, what will be the strategy, what will be the manager probably, and I cannot hide to you that probably was one of the reasons. But as the new players, the new signings as well, of course, is important. Who is going to be the manager, the type of football that we are going to play, all that stuff. Today, the football players, they have the interest to know not just what type of club you are going, but the way the club is going to play, what are the goals, all that stuff. And of course, probably was one of the key reasons for Willian to renew with us.
Finally, for me, back to the refereeing this season and some of the new Premier League rules, it looks as if referees are going to be clamping down a bit more on dissent. And I know one of the conversations we had with you last season was about passion and emotion in the game. Do you think you'll still be allowed to express emotion without getting a yellow card?
I would like to them to allow all the managers, not myself, just any manager has his way. Of course, I understand the reasons behind. Of course, we have all of us in football, referees, managers, players. We have to behave. We have responsibilities with the fans, with all that stuff, with the kids that they love the football and they are in stadiums or they are at stadium or they watch at home, all that stuff. But at the end, after you have to have the right balance to understand the things as well, because we cannot block a manager there sitting every time because passion is important. You have to being playing under the rules in the touchline as well, and I like to be like that. Of course, I have to balance myself, and I'm ready for that. I would like to see from the other side the same balance.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so that's a close the broadcast section there. If we switch the cameras, this is the embargoed written press section.